Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Of course, there are tons of apps at the App Store, and we wanted to narrow them down for you for special occasions.
Yes, of course, and these are available across multiple platforms as well.
We don't care if they're not Apple.
Yeah, that's true. We're Apple snobs.
Rick Yaeger's joining us. He is our app man. How are you, my friend?
I'm very good. How's it going?
Good. Nice to see you. Now, of course, Thanksgiving coming up in Canada and eventually in the United States as well. But that's what we're focusing on today?
Yeah, we're going to look at some...
weird topic, Rick.
I know, but it was a challenge. I tried to find apps that were in the Thanksgiving theme,
Nice.
and I think I got some.
Now, we're going to start off by giving thanks. There is a gratitude journal.
Gratitude journal.
Why does this make me want to hit somebody?
I don't know.
Namaste, Fiona. Ow, ow.
What is this?
It is a daily journal of what you're thankful for that day.
You're thankful for being on Urban Rush?
What? Thankful for being on Urban Rush, for living in a great country and an awesome city, and, well, there's
Too bad about the rain.
Too bad about the rain.
That's kind of a neat idea, though. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing and self-actualization and, you know.
Yeah, and you can set
Do you feel better?
I feel better.
Yeah. Was it cathartic?
Well, if you're thankful for things, you have to be happier. You can't
That's very true.
You know.
I mean, we make fun of it, but at the same point, you know, it's
Thanksgiving. My family just drinks and wears paper hats. Come on, you do too.
It's important to have a moment to give thanks for, you know, the things that you receive in life.
And Thanksgiving is the time for cooking, and we're going to talk about my favorite cooking app. It's called
love this one.
Epicurious. I literally have 20 cooking recipe apps. This is the go-to one.
This is the go-to one. Everyone agrees that Epicurious not only has the best recipes, but it looks the best.
So Rick, it's a rainy night. You don't feel like going to the grocery store. You got some stuff in your fridge. So let's use the search thing on Epicurious and find out what we could make from your fridge.
Okay, so I got a chicken.
Bacon. You have bacon.
I have bacon. And let's throw some cheese on it.
Okay, chicken, bacon, and cheese. Oh, we've got some options.
Layered Cobb salad.
And your favorite thing, I mean, you can really search any recipe on here. It's got collections from tons of cookbooks, magazines, you name it. But you love the I can't really cook.
Yeah, it's got this I can barely cook tab so that you can...
Look, you can make fried chickpeas again.
Fried chickpeas again for dinner.
Chicken a la Diablo.
Okay.
And I also like that they have a drink section on here as well. And you can do the same thing with that. So you can put in
what are you making?
The different alcohol that you have. I don't know if we have the ability to see mine right now, but I've got scotch in there, and I'm going to add some brandy to it and make something called a morning glory.
Hey, I've made those.
Because scotch and brandy seem like the perfect way to start your day.
Speaking of the booze, Rick, we are going to go to Weinstein. Tell us about this app.
This one lets you tell it what's for dinner, and it will pair it with the right wine.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because I'm totally useless at this stuff. I always get the yellowtail because that's
great.
Everybody likes it.
Yeah, yellowtail Shiraz, done.
Done. Okay, so I've already got a dinner saved.
What are we having for dinner?
We're having a roast turkey with a roux.
We're very traditional then.
Ham off the bone, baked and fried, Brussels sprouts, salad, and potatoes.
Excellent.
So pair with wines, it starts thinking.
Weinstein is calculating.
Weinstein uses a complicated algorithm to figure.
Okay, so with our Thanksgiving dinner,
we have an Alentejo Reserve.
Really?
And it tells you how lit you're going to get. And
how lit up you're going to get.
that's the morning glory.
Yeah.
That's
and it's
fascinating.
got
Look,
texture, fruity.
It's even got wood down at the bottom. It's got all the flavor profiles.
Yes, it's got wood.
So you're going to get a little bit of wood with this, which is nice.
Excellent.
That's good.
This is a great one for people that, you know, because wine can be very intimidating for some people, and that makes it very approachable.
And you're supposed to bring something to the dinner, so now you can bring a wine, and you can bring something they've never heard of, and
then when you get there, you're like, I thought this would pair great with the Brussels sprouts and the turkey.
Exactly.
You know what's interesting, actually, because I know turkey's a hard thing to pair red wines with. So if you're struggling with that as well, it's got some reds on here.
It's got a few in there, and even down the way, there's a rosé.
A rosé. And is that a free app, or is that one?
That is a free app.
We like the free app.
And Epicurious, I can't remember. Epicurious is free as well.
It's free.
It's free.
And then they've got a little upgrade if you want.
Okay, we're going to move on to 4-day throwaway. The conundrum.
No, we're iGrilling.
Oh, we're iGrilling first.
iGrill is an app that connects to this little device, which is a Bluetooth-enabled probe thermometer. So you stick this end in the turkey.
Look at me like that.
Okay.
Run, Fiona, run!
in the turkey. And it actually has a second probe, so you can get another one, put that in the ham, and it'll keep track.
And then you can walk around with it?
You can walk away from the kitchen.
And it's telling you how your turkey
This just
and your
hangs
ham
on
are
the
doing?
door of the stove, and it'll track what.
So how do we do that here?
You tell it, I'm cooking a turkey. It's a
Really?
whole turkey, and it'll set it up so that.
So you give the weight and everything else, and it'll tell you when
It'll
it's
actually
looking good.
tell you. It says 2 hours until it's done.
That
so you
takes
can,
out the guess factor.
Exactly. You can time when to put in the potatoes and all these other other foods.
When is the turkey done?
Let's
right
see.
now, turkey lurkey.
And it's got a nice little timer in it. If you got
that's
that kind
really
of thing.
cool.
Well,
I
it
like
takes
that.
out of the guesswork so that you
I
can
grill.
relax with your guests and not be checking
Exactly.
in on everything. So you can.
But you
time
are
it.
carrying around an iPad, which is
That's
somewhat
whatever.
insufferable.
Is this whole thing, where's this available? Can you get that?
I got that as like a London Drugs kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
They're
Maybe even
readily
some
available.
barbecue
Okay, so you've
stores.
cooked your turkey, you've had your friends over, and you made too much food, so you got lots of leftovers, and it's the conundrum of, should I eat it?
Yeah. How long can I leave this in the fridge before it's going to make me
It's
sick?
the next Friday. Can I still have a turkey
Is
sandwich?
it still good? This app, 4-day throwaway leftovers is what it shows on my screen, will tell me that even while you're eating it, you should only keep it out on the table for 2 hours.
No longer than 2 hours.
Wow.
You can keep it refrigerated for up to 4 days, and if you freeze it, you can keep it for 6 months. Not only that, it'll tell you if you decide to break that time limit.
Will we get
What you're
listeria?
Here's what you can expect to get is this little guy.
Salmonella.
Salmonella
Salmonellosis.
looks really cute, though.
He looks really cute, and he comes along with acute symptoms that include nausea, vomiting, abdominal cramps, diarrhea,
Rah.
fever, and headache.
Well, salmonella.
You can use that particular
don't
salmonella
care
to clean up
anymore.
after you're done. Wow,
Very
that's
good,
fascinating.
though. Wow, I didn't know that. Out on the table for more than 2 hours. Everybody
didn't know
does
that
that.
either.
I'm
So
surprised
you
we're
can-
not dead.
You can do that with beef. You can do that with any dish, basically, and it'll give you not only how long it'll last.
Can you
but
look up Chinese food? Because I have some in my fridge that
Yeah,
I
I've
ordered
been
the other
looking for
night.
Chinese food. Some of the ethnic foods it's not so good on, but other
Oh, well, I'll
foods,
eat it and
I
I'll
don't
get
know.
back to you
Baking
guys.
powder. How long can I keep my baking powder? That
1.5 years?
And then you should probably finish it up.
Wow.
Well, Rick, thank you so much. If you want to
years.
find out more, of course, you can find out about all the apps that we've been talking about today. Very handy for Thanksgiving. You can go to Rick's website. It's on the screen for you right now. Thanks as always.
Thanks, Rick. Excellent work. We gave you the task of Thanksgiving, and you pulled through. I'm very, very impressed.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to my gratitude journal, and I'm going to thank you for that. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, and then I'm going to punch myself in the face. We'll be right back with more after this. Don't go away.